Yep, you read the title and thumbnail of the video correctly. Hytale is free to play, or at least that's what they're hinting at with the recent job posting. Not too long ago, the Hypixel team posted a new job on their website for a principal engineer project technical lead. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know what that means, but there's a very, very important line in this job opening. If I scroll to the very bottom, you can see that there's some bonus traits mentioned for this role, and one of them is experience with frequently shipping updates to a live free-to-play game as a service. Now, why would this be a bonus trait if the game were pay to play and not a game as a service? It brings up some interesting questions, and it got the community completely riled up. The debate about free to play versus pay to play has been a thing since the launch of the trailer, and we've never really gotten an answer because Hytale has never mentioned the words free or pay to play. But now they have. Just a few months ago, we got a little bit of a hint that the game might be free to play because of a job opening talking about a creator marketplace. And a lot of people were suggesting that this could mean that it's free to play, but it didn't really mean anything. I mean, Minecraft Bedrock has a marketplace for creators, but it's also pay to play. So it was kind of hard to decipher, did this really mean free to play? But I think this recent job opening kind of burst the bubble onto everyone. Hey, they're looking for something free to play. Let's actually talk about what that means. Because a lot of people think that free to play instantly means pay to win, and that is not the case with Hytale, as proven by one of the developers of Hytale, where they openly stated that they are against any pay to win services in games. So there won't be any DLC that lets you buy a super strong sword for the story, or in the multiplayer lets you buy kits that are just stronger than the free to play ones. There's a theory going around that maybe all of the multiplayer things are free to play, but then they lock the story behind a pay to play thing, where the capital, as what they're calling it, their multiplayer hub, where you'll see things like Skywars, Bed Wars, and all of the games that you love in Hypixel, those will be free to play, and you can buy the cosmetics, and that's how you'll be able to get the money, but the main game, Hytale, will still be a pay to play product. It's difficult to think about how Hytale will be able to monetize a single player experience over the long run unless it's pay to play. But I don't think that putting the single player behind a pay to play and then the multiplayer is free to play is a good idea. It splits the player base and makes it so that the main concept of the game is hidden behind a paywall. I'm personally a fan of free to play, but I understand that a lot of people are very scared of it. A lot of people hate microtransactions. Oh, you have a battle pass here. Oh, you need to buy the skin here, buy a DLC here, and it gets kind of overwhelming. You just want to be able to play the game without having to pull out your credit card for every moment here and there. I think there's some safe ways to be able to put a microtransaction in Hytale and still keep the game free to play, but fair. Think of a battle pass, and I know that word has a lot of negative connotations, but there's games that do a battle pass system really well. Take Fortnite, for example. Yes, to buy the battle pass, you need a few V-Bucks, but the free version of it gives you V-Bucks, and after a few seasons, you'll be able to buy the battle pass without having to pay a dime. And then, once you have the battle pass, you get enough credits to buy it again, as well as some extras to buy some goodies here and there. I think it's a very free-to-play friendly system that I've definitely taken advantage of. I've never put money into Fortnite, but I've been able to get the battle pass and a lot of skins with it. Hytale can do the same. If they give out their currency with the battle pass, let's call them high coins, you'll be able to buy the battle pass for free after a few seasons. But that's only one part of monetization, and if it's free-to-play, battle pass definitely won't be the only one. Let's talk about some other ways that they can monetize it if it is free to play. The big one is skins. Now, there's a contingency here with skins, because we know that the model maker exists. We see in the original announcement trailer that there is a character customization system, and they've talked about being able to create and mod in whatever you want. So skins being monetized is very difficult if you can just mod them in your own world, and I think that's where the separation comes in. You can mod anything in Orbis, the single player creative world, but when you go to the capital, the multiplayer world, the hub owned by Hypixel, that's when the full customization gets a bit limited. Because you also have to remember that content moderation is a thing. You can make whatever you want in your single player world, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily appropriate for a multiplayer setting. So giving the character larger customization options for the capital, and then offering to buy additional cosmetics sounds like a healthy solution to this problem. I wouldn't want free-to-play to be completely left out, where it's only the default customization and any new customization is locked behind a paywall. I think that's pretty predatory. So I think they can mix it up. Give some free customizations through events or achievements, and then make some new bundles that are paid. For example, we've seen a lot of games do collaborations, such as Avatar or Star Wars with Fortnite, for example. If Hytale were to do these collaborations, this is a great way to monetize the game. Imagine your Mosshorn with an Appa skin following you around in the world of the capital. I want to talk about the games as a service aspect part of this bonus trait, because a lot of people really only looked at the free-to-play. Games as a service basically means that the game is out and it will get continual updates. I think this is overall a positive thing. I don't really see any downsides. The developers have confirmed that there will be multiple updates coming out after Hytale's release. They want to make sure that they release the game with everything necessary, but they're not going to add everything extra if it's not needed. So all of those extra things that are left out for the release of the game will be added on in later patches. I mean, we want the game to keep evolving. We've seen games like Minecraft have difficulty providing these constant and new updates, and the community gets pretty angry over it. Now, I'm not here to take a side over what Minecraft does, but I think Hytale can take a different stance to this. Providing substantial updates every few months will keep the player base happy and bustling. I'm curious what you guys think about the job offering talking about free-to-play. Do you think that Hytale will actually be free-to-play because of this, or do you think I'm reading into this too much? So let's try to have a discussion down in the comments below, and I'll try to answer as many comments as I see. If you guys want to stay up to date with as much Hytale news as possible, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to bring you the latest news as fast as possible. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.